in the shimmering, sunlit ice fields of the Canadian high Arctic beneath the perpetual prismatic glow of the aurora. A most unusual institute thrums with activity. Here towers the Canadian Arctic Kaiju Research Institute, a nexus of northern mysteries and galactic forces. It is here that the legendary Jedi Master Yoda, drawn by the northern lights and the promise of wisdom whispered in the wind, has taken up his latest mission.
New mind tricks I design for Padawans on their journey into the Force.
His task, however, is not his alone. By his side leaps, towers, and thunders none other than Moose Godzilla, a 300-foot-tall spiritual guardian of the Canadian North. His rainbow spikes cascade down his colossal spine, luminous and undulating, radiating power. But today is no ordinary day. Today is the Kaiju Jedi Mind Game Challenge, an event watched live by 1 billion viewers, broadcast on racing turtle cams. At the center of the arena, framed by enormous Greenlandic totem poles and jade carvings that glint softly in the sun, stand the challengers. First, Viper Talon, the colossal bald eagle, kaiju scale and magnificent, his wingspan casting shadows over villages. His gaze is sharp as any saber, and his talons gleam with purpose. Across his glossy feathered chest, he sports a photorealistic I Russia t-shirt, the bright red heart luminous even at a distance. Facing him is the Russian bear, ursine, gigantic and stoic, with fur thick and ice-crusted, rumbling in low, contemplative tones. Draped triumphantly over his shoulders is an IUSA t-shirt, stretched heroically across his broad frame. Between them sparks a rivalry both symbolic and sincere. The challenger they face, however, is a force to be reckoned with. Moose Godzilla stands astride the tundra, his rainbow mohawk spikes dazzling, snout lifted high, antlers haloed by polar light. Loyal disciples gather about his hooves, each more spectacular than the last. Kaiju-sized squirrels, mice, skunks, and coyotes, everyone bearing a cascade of fluorescent rainbow mohawk spikes down its back. Each wears a tiny, bright orange vest, stitched in careful script with 3 letters, SOS, Save Our Squirrels. The vests, first introduced by the environmental engineers at the Institute, have become a sensation. Lightweight but nearly indestructible, lined with nanofiber warmth. Every vest broadcasts a simple message. Survival depends on unity, and awareness is the first step to action. What began as a campaign to save the northern squirrel population has become a siren call for all Arctic creatures, a badge of kinship in the battle for survival against climate's fury. Moose Godzilla responds with the Northern Mirage, an illusion so powerful it feels as if the very earth trembles, polar winds swirling through the minds of all present, turning memory into possibility, possibility into brief, shimmering realities. The SOS squirrels, undeterred, link tails and perform their own coordinated mental trick, the chittering unity overwhelming the telepathic field with images of forests regenerated, nuts in abundance, the laughter of thousands of generations yet to be born. The mind game continues, one dazzling mind trick after another. Viper Talon executes the clouded sky, creating a feathered fog that confuses even the astute Moose Godzilla. The Russian bear brings forth kindred cold, at once freezing the surface minds of his competitors and warming the deepest memories, reminding all present of the need for peace and cross-border unity. Between rounds, enormous sled dogs, equipped with glowing harnesses, zip among the crowds, trailing sleds piled high with mountains of Canadian poutine, an improbable but essential fuel for all creatures assembled, kaiju-sized and otherwise.
Much to learn you all still have. The greatest mind trick, to understand one another and the world without illusion.
The world for a moment is in balance, and a billion watchers feel hope rise anew, broadcast on the shells of racing turtles, in the laughter of a moose Godzilla, and in the unity of every rainbow-spiked creature under the aurora's light.
So much quiet, good.